Hello everybody, I am going to show you how to farm a pretty easy XP area, the only problem being that it's difficult to get to. Now, let me take off my Scarab charm here so you can see just how much XP this is really giving. So, first I'll show you how much XP you get and I'll show you where this is. So you can see these guys here, they're dangerous to run up to, but from the back they don't turn around. So they're very 3,500 XP for killing him right there with no danger whatsoever. You just come back right up here, rinse and repeat. This is like the best XP spot I've found so far. Keeping in mind that I'm still not finished with the game, so there might be better spots. Now, the problem with this spot, of course, is the location. First of all, to get even up here, you have to run through all these roots. And these guys shoot like the perfume stuff. If you've seen the perfumers attack before, they shoot that like powder that explodes. They do that. And it can fuck you up really, really easily, especially on these roots. Now, ranged battle is one way to do this. You can just shoot at them, and then once you're up here, you can just grab the grace and you're good to go. The next biggest part about getting here is the actual location. This is in the deep root depths. So once you're in the deep root depths, you have to go across these roots over here, go through an ant tunnel, come out, fight a bunch of more ants, come through here to this city, or ruined city, and then climb up the roots and kill these guys before they can kill you, preferably with range, like I said. And then you're pretty much good to go once you're up here. Now, the way you get here is way over here in the Nokron City. Now, this is quite the journey to get here. This is a late game area. You're not going to be getting here quickly or easily. There's several boss fights to get through to even get up to here. It's going to take you a bit. But once you get in this area, all you got to do is run over here on the little ledge. There's a grace right there, and then you'll be in the aqueduct area. Now, to get to the depths from here, you have to just progress through the little tunnels in there, and then you have to go to this grace, the waterfall basin. Now, to unlock that grace, you have to do a boss fight. You have to fight these two gargoyles. If you've ever been to the Caelid Wildlands area, the Beast Temple, and you've seen that big stone guy at the stairs, it's one of them. Now, they're not as difficult as he is, at least I don't think they were, but there's two of them. First, you'll start with one, and when he's halfway, you'll have the second one attacking you. Now, the good thing about this is that to even get over here, you have to go through the Nokron Eternal City, which will have you pass through the Mimic Tier. Now, the Mimic Tier, if I remember correctly, gives you the ashes for the Mimic. The Mimic does exactly what it sounds like. It mimics your character and has basically a doppelganger of you to help you fight. This can draw aggro from the gargoyles while you're fighting them. And if you level it up quite a bit, it can be exceedingly powerful. Even more so if you have this weapon, the Sword of Night and Flame. It's a very, very, very powerful legendary weapon. Its attack like that, and what was the other one? This. So these do a lot of damage to enemies. So if you have a mimic of yourself with that sword, your mimic will use those attacks. So not only will you have a strong doppelganger of yourself, but you'll also have one that can do a lot of damage. That'll make the gargoyle fight a lot easier. And once you pass the gargoyles and you're in the aqueduct waterfall basin, you'll see a sarcophagus, a little coffin to lay into, and it'll teleport you right here. So that's how you get there. A good way to start it is to do the Ranny quest, the witch Ranny, because she requires you to go down here and everything. But another big problem with doing this is, of course, you have to kill Radahn. Radahn is a pain in the ass. If you fought him, you know. All that said, once you've done all of that, and you've gotten to here, the XP is nothing to sneeze at. It is a lot of XP for very little. You've probably seen the boulder XP farm over in the Caelid Wildlands. That one's easy too. It's easier to get to as well, but it's not as safe once you've actually started doing it. Like, you gotta worry about getting the boulder just right. If it hits you, it'll kill you. Whereas here, once you're up here, there's really no threat whatsoever. Now, this is going to be the XP with the golden scarab charm on. 4,220. So you get about 700 extra XP with the scarab charm for killing this guy. And you can just continuously do it. The boulder in the Caelid Wildlands gives, I think, 1950, 1970, something like that. This gives double that. It's harder to get to. It's a later game area. But where it is a lot safer once you've actually gotten here. To do, it's more consistent. It's easier to do. Obviously, depending on your weapon, that might be a little bit harder to kill than it was for me. It only took me a few hits. But he won't be any threat to you, so it doesn't really matter. That's pretty much all there is to this. Like I said, it's a later game area. It's harder to get to. But once you get here, it's a really good spot. Especially for what you need as a later game player. You need XP. You need a lot of XP to level up. I need something like 70,000 to level up. So 3 of those guys gives me 10,000, a little over 10,000. So it's a lot easier to farm than the boulder would be for me, and it gives more XP. It's more consistent, and you can even pop a golden fowl's foot, I think it's called, to get the extra XP off the top of that. I don't have it. Yeah, I have one. You can pop one of these and get even more XP. So I'm going to go ahead and pop one to show you just how much you get with the golden fowl foot and the beetle scarab both on, to see just how much XP this one guy gives. And I say one guy, but there are multiple of these guys here. They're just in a bit more of a precarious locations. So, you know, at your own will, you can shoot that guy or whatever, just sorcery him. But this guy's the easiest one to get to. So 4,224 is 5,004. Yeah, so with the pickled fowl's foot, it's a considerable amount more on top of the scarab. So if you have both of those items and you're here, you're getting over 5,000 XP per kill for what essentially is like 15 seconds. Pretty good. Pretty good, especially considering how much XP you need to level up at this point in the game. Mainly, the way you're going to level up is killing bosses at this point. It's your primary source of XP, because, yeah, enemies get a good amount too, but they're harder to kill and more dangerous to get through. This one, once you've actually gotten here, is a safe and easy way to just farm XP, get those levels going, and be about your business. Should make the boss fights a lot easier, power leveling your character a bit more, get that extra stat you need. But that's all I wanted to show you. I hope this helps you out, and enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Goodbye.